You're listening to The Breakfast Show with Ben and Liam. They're on your radio, and that's why you can't see them. So stay for a while, they're gonna make you smile. And whatever you do, don't touch that dial. You're feeling fine, waking up to the sunshine with Ben and Liam.
Liam, last night we were at an event together and you told me a story about a bottle of wine, and I'm no wine expert, but it absolutely blew me away.
Well, I'm really no wine expert. I'm more of a beer guy. I was gifted this bottle of wine when me and my partner bought our house. The guy, I think he was a pretty wealthy guy, and this was just like one of his investment properties. And as like a nice gesture, he gave us some wine. And we understood it was like a very nice bottle. It was one of those ones that you don't just sort of see around on the shelves that you're normally shopping in.
You don't get it from the Dan Murphys.
Well, no. We knew it was like a really nice bottle. And anyway, we didn't really touch it for a while because we were like waiting for a special occasion. And then earlier this year, we had a bit of time off. We're like, hell, why don't we crack that nice bottle? We were just having a nice dinner at home. And poured a bit out, and I was like, yeah. He's obviously just given us the off wine. I thought it was really nice, but because it had... it was kind of like stuck to the bottle. It was kind of like mouldy. Not mouldy, but you know what I mean? It was kind of had like, yeah, it was like the sediment sort of floating around.
It was like it was thick.
There was lots of crispies in there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the normal wine you're used to.
So, Liam, what did you do?
Just poured it down the drain. And then chucked it in the recycling bin.
And last night,
I didn't want to drink it because it
Liam,
had so many floaties. You know what I mean? Like, people don't like all the stuff floating around their orange juice. It was like that, but worse.
As I was saying to Liam, I am absolutely no wine expert, but as wine gets older and it develops and it gets nicer, it gets a little bit thicker and it gets a few floaties in there, and that's the wine actually getting better.
That.
Now, you didn't believe me, but at this event, there was this guy. He was some wine connoisseur.
He was like the wine lord.
He was the wine lord of South Australia. That was honestly, I think that was his title.
It was like chief wine man.
Yeah.
Well, it was better than that. It was like chief wine director, South Australia.
And I called him over and I got Liam to tell him the exact story that he just told you, and his jaw hit the ground.
At about the glug 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 point, he was looking at me like, what are you doing? No!
Because he explained to us that that is the wine aging. That is the process that it goes through. And the more it gets like that, the better it is.
He was talking about tannins.
Linking chains.
Yes. And I don't know. How am I supposed to know about tannins? My mum drinks Berry Estate straight from the box. You know what I mean?
Lips.
Yeah.
Did you even drink any of it?
No. Oh, I had a little bit. No, I don't think I did. I think I had it in the glass, and then I brought it to my mouth, and then I saw it all, and
what
I
was
just
it?
assumed it was. I really don't even know. It was like a nice bottle. It was like on the hill. It was like the hills have eyes.
Hill of Grace.
That was it. There was a Hill of Grace.
Producer Wolf, you're kind of are you a bit more of a wine man? You went to a winery?
It was a Hill of Grace, and it was like a white label and a thinner sort of bottle.
You tipped out a Hill of Grace.
I did.
Okay, so
glugged it down the drain.
It's a good drop, is it?
Is it a good drop? I assumed it was nice.
to put it into context, there's Grange, and most people like Hill of Grace better, think it's a better wine.
As in better than a Penfolds Grange.
Hang on. Price.
Hang on, he's Googling it now. Hill of Grace, what's that set you back? What's Liam
The latest release, Hill of Grace, 2015, $870.
You're an idiot.
You know what the worst bit is? He gave me 2 bottles.
What?
Oh, jeez, that's a car. I poured a car down. Are you serious? Are you serious?
2011, the bottle's worth $11,000.
Liam!
What did I do? I need to call a plumber to come around and fish out this, like, Jesus tears from my drain.
If you go around Liam's house this afternoon, he'll have his lips around the drain of the sink. He'll be sucking it out.
Slurping it out. Oh, that's a bit of spinach. No, give me some Hill of Grace.
Oh, my God.
Are you playing, or is it actually that much? It's actually that much.
$869.99.
That is absolutely
I feel like fly
unbelievable.
kicking myself in the head. Right now, let's turn both of our keys around.
Inside this big old vault, Liam, is the forbidden folder.
Yeah, these are all of the ideas that we've really wanted to do for the last couple of years, and for one reason or another, the boss has said, no, it's not appropriate. I don't think we should be doing that. and it hasn't missed yet.
We're thinking, 3 years into this gig now, surely we can get away with one of these a week.
Take a few liberties.
Yeah.
It's scandalous. It's, when you're looking at podcasts, what's the most listened to stuff? It's crime.
Yep.
When you're Googling things, what's the most searched thing?
Yep.
It's probably this stuff.
Yep. There's an American radio show called Howard Stern, Liam. What made him so famous and popular?
Well, our producer was just recently telling us about an episode where a guy was drinking beer through his bum, and I don't think we would do that.
He wasn't even just telling us about it. Liam was watching videos about it.
Yeah, I saw it in HD. Then he did it in 2005. They had pretty good cameras back then. Anyway, this is what we want to do this morning. Have you joined the Mile High Club? You know what we're talking about? Mm-hmm. You can remain anonymous. It always fascinates me that this is even a thing.
Even if we get one person, I reckon they would love to come on and share the time that they did. But I've got so many questions about how you managed to pull it off.
Did you get away with it?
Without getting caught.
If you get caught, do you get in trouble? Is it like public indecency?
Is there enough room in there?
Is there charges? There's so many questions. Have you joined the Mile High Club? 132410 is the number. We've got a call from Kat. You are a member of the club.
I certainly am.
Okay, Kat, can you tell us what happened and how?
I won't tell you how, but basically, it was about 30 years ago. It was a Qantas flight first to Adelaide, and it was the last flight out. And there was a lot of those VETO workers that used to come back, from their swing. Mm-hmm. Plane was full. They were drinking, carrying on. The hostesses were just chatting them up, being a bit bluesy. And I said to my partner, I'm like, do you want to? Come on, let's go to the toilet. He was like, no. I'm like, man, they weren't even saying, look, he's distracted.
Yeah.
So I got him in there. We did our deed. It was very awkward, I must say. But, as we came out, the hostess looked at me and she just gave me this huge wink like, I know what you did.
Kat. I mean,
no shame.
And maybe 30 years ago, the rules were a little more laxed.
Yeah.
But I mean, the one thing I will say that makes sense is that there's always that constant noise on a flight. Like you realise that when you go in the toilet, it's like pretty loud. So I'm sure people aren't hearing you, but they're definitely seeing you.
I thought your story was
I think they might have heard me. I thought she might have been outside and she had heard me. That's why she gave that wink. And I'm like,
I thought it was going to be with one of the FIFO workers.
Yes, that's what I thought. I didn't know your partner came into play here.
And so did you try and disguise it where one went and then the other one went, or did you just go in at the same time?
No, we just went both in together.
Wow.
Do you know the other thing is...
We just kept the eye out.
Yeah.
30 years ago is also pre-9/11, because if you see two people sus walking into a toilet together, you're a little worried about it these days. So, I mean, are you still with that person, Kat?
Oh, no, that was just a dirty weekend. He shouted, and I shouted at him on the way back.
Yeah, right, okay. Fair enough. I love the idea of your husband listening right now, and nothing ever that spicy has happened in your relationship. No, that was just my dirty weekend away.
Oh, Kat, thank you very much for joining us this morning and sharing your story.
Get the jump on summer and check out whatif.com for amazing getaways. Aussies just know how to summer. It's in our DNA.
Bring it on. Book your accommodation, flights, car hire and more, all on the What If app.
What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Ben, every morning my alarm goes off at 3:55, so I always feel bad for my fiancée Sarah. She's lying beside me, so as soon as my alarm goes off, I kill it as soon as possible. But my eyes were sort of a little tired this morning, you know that feeling, and I wasn't quite hitting the snooze right, so I was fumbling around with it. I started getting annoyed and started hitting the button harder, and then I hit it so hard that my phone flung out and dropped onto her face while she was sleeping, just right on there. So not a super pleasant way to wake up, just an alarm getting louder and louder before it hits you, fair square in the face. Yeah. So, she was stoked about it too. It was a great way to wake up.
Bit of friendly fire.
Absolutely. Friendly fire, 13/24/10. When did you accidentally injure someone else? She lost a tooth. She didn't actually. Tiffany, bit of friendly fire. Did you accidentally injure someone?
Yeah, when my sister and I were little, about 12 and 13, we used to play fight all the time, and we found these metal barbecue skewers, and we thought we'd spear fight, and I accidentally pierced her thigh.
Oh.
Right in there, right in the meat.
Was it like a hospital visit, or was it more just to pull it out and keep going?
Well, we were scared of our mum, so we just pulled it out and put a Band-Aid over it, but she ended up noticing.
Yeah. She passed out from blood loss later that day. Ash joins us now. When did you accidentally injure someone?
It was a fair while ago. I was about 5 or 6, and we were having a sleepover, and my cousin and my sister are a bit older than me, so they were leaving me out. And then they wanted to play with my Nintendo game, so I hit it. And then when we were going to bed a few hours later, we got into a pillow fight, and then I remembered where I did it.
Oh! In the pillowcase.
Take that.
Yeah, so my cousin's eyebrow got split open, and she reminds me of it all the time.
I bet.
Prison style.
Yeah.
Just like the old 8-ball in the sock.
Yeah, Nintendo in the pillowcase.
Yeah, a few bars of soap in the pillowcase.
That's a great one, Ash. Thank you very much.
Jackie, when did you accidentally injure someone?
Hi, guys. I injured someone. I was working at the strip club and I was doing my routine and my shoe came off and hit someone in the head and cracked his head open.
Oh, there you go. He loved it.
I got a $20 tip for it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah. Treat me bad like that. Make my head bleed. Would you have a look at the cover girl in the swimsuit? It's Elon Musk's mum.
Elon's mum has got it going on.
May Musk. She's made history as the oldest ever cover girl at age 74.
She's 74.
And what a fox.
Wow. Now I see where Elon gets it from, eh?
Yeah, well, she's definitely got it going on. And that isn't even the best bit. I mean, in the pages within, she shows even more Musk skin. She's wearing a high-waisted bikini.
Oh, stop.
She said she felt like a teenager the whole time. Apparently, she kept it like a secret from Elon. So Elon didn't find out.
Her hotness?
No, that she was doing the cover.
Right,
So
right.
Elon didn't know. He only found out when the glossy was published.
Oh.
So, I don't know. She claims it's because he would have leaked it all on Twitter. I think it's because he would have been furious.
Yep.
I
wonder at what point Elon realised he had a hot mum. Like, did he know that in school?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, if that's what she's looking like at 74.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this morning? When did you realise you had a hot mum? 13, 24, 10.
When did you realise you had a hot mum, Liam?
Well, my mum is beautiful. I wouldn't say mum's hot.
So you don't think
well,
she's
I think
hot?
she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful mum.
Yeah.
When did you realise you had a hot mum?
It doesn't work when you do it back.
Oh, well, Marie's, a lot of people were saying at the wedding, she's got it going on.
When did you find out that you had a hot mum? Were you one of these kids at school where you knew it and it was super awkward? Maybe you found out later in life.
Yeah, maybe you heard your friends talking about it or something, I don't know. When did you realise you had a hot mum? 13 24 10 is the number.
We have actually got someone, Liam, on this team who has also said that they had a hot mum growing up. Producer Andy, no, I'm just kidding. Newsreader extraordinaire Taylor Jones.
Hang on, we haven't seen Andy's mum. That wasn't a stab at. I'm sure she's lovely. But yeah, Taylor Jones, you mentioned there in the song.
Yeah. So no, let me preface by saying I'm not saying she's a hot mum.
Sounds to me like you might have a hot mum. You've kept that under wraps.
I think she's beautiful. I wouldn't be saying she's a hot mum, but I was in year 11 and had a couple of guys from school over for like a thing we were doing for drama, and basically, a couple of them were the real like footy type, like real lads.
Yeah.
And, they've made a couple of comments to me about my mum that day. Within a week, it had gone around the entire school. I kid you not. It was the most horrendous thing.
That you had a hot mum.
That I had a hot mum.
Taylor's mum.
Yeah. You better believe that I walked past a couple of people and they were playing that on their phones.
It sounds too similar to Stacey, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Catherine joins us now. When did you find out that you had a hot mum?
So my mum actually had me when she was quite young. So growing up, going through school, she was that sort of hot mum on the scene. So a couple of the boys always used to get into me out the schoolyard. And yeah, looking back now, I'm like, damn, she actually was fine. So
okay.
So you leaned into it a bit? Were you one of those people who are like, I'm going clubbing with my mum because she's like, we look the same age?
School, I was a bit more embarrassed because it was like everyone was talking about my mum and I was like, this is awkward. But now that I'm a bit older now, I'm like, yep, go mum.
Yeah. Well, so Catherine, sounds like you're in a very beautiful nature spot. Is there like birds chirping in the background?
Yeah, I'm literally just about to get on the tram for work. So,
Okay, nice.
Well, have fun.
Have fun at work then.
Alex joins us. When did you find out you had a hot mum?
Good day, lads. Probably in high school when my mates used to give me stick every time I came around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is often the way. Thanks, Alex's mum.
It didn't help the fact that she looked like a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh. Kind of getting creepy now, so we're going to move on. Ben, I got a letter in my letterbox, and just opening it up here. It's from a young boy. I can tell that because it's just it's written in pencil, and it's kind of that, it's a child writing. And it says, sorry to bother you, but I accidentally kicked a volleyball over around here, and I was wondering if it was in your property. Thanks, Finn. And they've left the mobile number. Kids are getting phones earlier and earlier these days.
Very cute.
The problem is I can't give this young lad's ball back.
Why can't you give the volleyball back?
Because I live next to quite a high structure, and when it came over, I kick it in the general direction I feel like it came over in. Because I'm not just going to hold on to the ball and wait for someone to knock on the door, because that doesn't really ever happen. Yeah. So I really just put my lasers into it. Like I gave it some curry.
Yep.
And kind of like a bit of a torp, and it span off to the side and landed on like a 4-story building.
So you kicked the ball onto a higher roof.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but that's just the way it turned out. And we've actually given Finn a buzz this morning. We've woken him up, but he has answered his phone. He joins us now. How you doing, Finn?
Hello.
How old are you, mate?
10.
10, right. Well, I mean, first of all, sorry, mate. I think I don't know if you heard that, but I think I've kicked your ball away into a spot where it can't be retrieved.
Yeah, that's fine. It was my friend's ball anyway. So
Well, I mean, thank you for being so good about it. Because we can't give you the ball back, obviously we're on the radio at the moment, Ben and I figured we could be like your genies and grant you a wish. Is there something that we could give you in return instead of the ball?
Really?
Yeah, anything you want.
And also, Finn, if you've ever seen Aladdin, a genie does give 3 wishes, Liam. So maybe we give Finn 3 wishes.
Okay, well, maybe we'll just hear out the wishes first before we promise them all 3.
Finn, what would you like?
I got to think about this.
Yeah. That's fine. Also, smart move of putting your phone number in a letter in the letterbox. That was quite a polite way of doing it.
Yeah, that was my dad's idea.
Oh, okay. What's your dad's name?
Colin.
Do you think Colin would want anything out of this?
Golf clubs? I don't know.
Golf club. They're very expensive. I mean, Ben's just been looking at buying some at the moment, Finn, and they're like, what was Ben did something called a fitting, Finn, where you try out all the clubs and then they say, which ones do you want? And the ones that you liked, how much were they?
Oh, they were like $3,000.
So obviously you didn't get them.
I didn't get them, no.
But now we might have to get them for Finn's dad.
All right, so that's number 1, Fish. That's number 1, Finn. That's some golf clubs.
His name's not Fish. Okay, we already kicked the kid's ball away. Let's not roast him, okay?
So we've got golf clubs for your dad. What do you want though, Finn?
I don't want to be greedy or anything, but I was ending up for a PC.
A PC? Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a bit of a gamer? You like playing games?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so far we've got a PC, golf clubs. I think Ben promised you one more thing.
Yeah.
So is there anything else?
No, I don't think I want anything else.
You don't want like a replacement ball because it was your friend's ball, you said?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, Finn. All right, mate. Well, thank you. We will do our best to get you those things. Okay, mate?
Thank you.
No worries,
Easy, Finn.
All right, bye.
Thanks, mate.
All right.
Jesus.
I mean, going by my maths, if you get his dad a good set of clubs, even if we don't get him the best, even if we get him a good set, that's still going to cost you $2,000.
Yeah.
And
a
then
PC,
a PC,
a new PC.
and probably $2,000 again, and then
really
a ball,
$50.
$50.
Like, let me think about this. How can I absolutely take these guys to the cleaners? Yesterday, Ben, I was explaining how I got a letter from a young lad called Finn. It was in my letterbox. He'd accidentally kicked a ball into my backyard. Very politely left the letter. I kicked it back so poorly that it ended up on a really high structure. There's no way that ball's ever coming back.
You felt guilty, Liam, so you thought, what if I call the number and you're a bit of a radio genie and you try and grant him a couple of wishes?
Yeah, this is what Finn wanted.
I don't want to be greedy or anything, but I was ending up for a PC.
Is there anything else?
Golf clubs? I don't know.
Golf club.
You don't want like a replacement ball because it was your friend's ball, you said?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, we should mention as well, Liam, he wanted the golf clubs for his dad, Colin.
Yeah. He's only 10 years old. Finn joins us on the line now. How you doing, mate?
Good, thanks.
Now, Finn, are you happy with your decisions? Because we put you on the spot and said, what do you want? Are you happy with computer, golf clubs and replacement ball?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, we've got some good news and we've got some bad news. What would you like first?
The bad news.
Bad news first? Okay. I mean, I'm sure your dad's going to be a little upset, but unfortunately, in 24 hours, we couldn't source golf clubs of a standard that we thought would be worth giving as a present.
That's fine. That's fine.
The good news is we have got you a volleyball, and the really good news is we got you a PC.
What?
We got you a PC, yeah.
Brand spanking new one.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's the real deal. It's 14-inch, Leda Windows 10 notebook, all the new versions of Minecraft, as well as 12 months of Microsoft Office. You won't be using it for Microsoft Office, though. You don't need spreadsheets. You can use it to play games, and I've seen it myself. It looks really good, man.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Massive shout out to Leda Computers, Australia's largest producer of computers right here in Adelaide. They're available at JB Hi-Fi and all that sort of gear. Are you happy? Do you think you've come out well from kicking a ball over a fence? Is this all okay?
Wow. I'm really lucky from doing this.
So we're all square, Finn?
All square.
Because you do know where I live, so you could firebomb my house if you wanted to.
I don't think I want to do that.
And Finn, you don't want to kick over any more balls, do you? Because this isn't like a thing where if you kick a ball over...
I'm not going to give you a motorbike next week if a footy flies over the fence.
No, I won't kick it.
Oh, thanks for that, Finn. You have a good morning, mate.
Thank you.
Glad he doesn't want to firebomb my house. I think I taught him about that phrase, to be honest.
I don't think he knew what firebombing was.
He's 10 years old. I shouldn't have said that.
Hello, guys. A fun fact quickly for you. The other day, someone asked me, so why are you called the Love Rat? And I had to explain to them from scratch why I am called the Love Rat.
Yeah, look, we probably don't explain that enough. Obviously, producer Bell...
Here's the thing, though. I feel like when we first started, we've been at Nova now for 3 years. In the first year, we used to explain it every single time. And then for me, it started getting a bit thin. But yeah, no, it's true. We probably don't explain it enough
We have a big studio where Belle takes the calls because she's producing the show. She has a very tiny studio. It's been affectionately known as the Rat Booth because it's basically the size of a rat's house.
Yep.
She gives us advice on love and sex and relationships and that sort of stuff. Yep. So, yeah, hence the Love Rat.
To be honest, it would be way simpler if it was just called, like, Belle's Love Advice or something.
But no, we don't do things that way.
No, we don't. Now, look, you can email loverat@novafm.com.au any old time. Jen, as she said, hey, Love Rat, I need some advice. My partner and I are perfect together. Very nice.
Cute.
But for one thing, our sex drives are way off. So I would love to do it 2 or 3 times a week, she says, but he only wants to do it once every few weeks at best, and only if I prompt him heavily.
So it sounds like he just never wants to be intimate.
Do we have a serious issue, or is it normal for couples to have mismatched libido? So I think, that's an interesting one.
Well, the chances that you'd have the exact same is pretty slim, but can I throw something out there?
3 times a week's a bit much.
Throw away.
Really?
I would have thought so.
Okay.
Does seem like,
Hey, when you're waking up at 4 a.m, no one's got time for that.
I would say, this is a different topic, but I would say once every couple of weeks, not enough.
Yeah, but 3 times a week.
Does seem like...
Need some time. What are you saying, Producer Bell? What are
you... Luke and I have only been together for, a year now.
So
that'll wear off.
We're in the honeymoon phase, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
No, but my opinion is... like libido by itself, yes, but when you're with someone, if you have mismatched libidos, does that not just mean that one of you is more into the other person than the other one is?
No, because I would say some days one might want to do it and the other one might not want to do it because of certain situations or circumstances.
They have very different lives.
Yeah.
Like, who knows, mate? I don't know what they're doing for work and that sort of stuff.
But that's when other factors come into play and affect it. Like, get up really early, or you've had a really bad day and you just don't talk to me, whatever. But in general, is it not like, just like if you see your partner, you should be like, really into them, and
and then you should be on the same page?
Okay, well, look, this is a bit of a thing. Mismatched libidos. Are you maybe more active in the bedroom than your partner? 13, 24, 10, if this has been a problem for you in the past, are you just making it work? We'd love to get your thoughts.
Natalie joins us now. You have a solution for the mismatched libidos.
Yeah, so I've been dating my partner for about 3 years. We've currently got a 2-year-old, and I'm about 20 weeks pregnant. So my libido's through the roof, but my partner works about 10-hour days throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually get our 2-year-old looked after, usually every Saturday. Obviously, it's not to plan every week, but then, we put aside sort of a date night. We either go out or stay in, and we go for it.
Yeah, do you feel though in that moment, because you've got that one Saturday, there's a lot of pressure on that Saturday?
Oh, I mean, it can differ from either sort of a Friday, Saturday or Sunday night, so it's not a set day, but we sort of, try to, we try and work around that, and we don't put too much pressure on it. We try and keep it a relaxed setting. If it happens, it happens. We try to, but I mean, obviously, you can't sort of guarantee that every week, but we definitely don't put a lot of pressure on it.
That's a great idea, having the whole date night in the, going out, having dinner, building it up, and then getting home and just, getting back to just you guys.
It's like the fact that you've made time for it. It's very much like, if you play footy on a Sunday or something, you might train all week, and you get ready for the big game. We're playing home, we're playing away.
Liam, I'm now a married man, which would mean that there's going to be kids on the way, on the horizon, pretty soon.
Oh my God, are you about to announce?
Definitely not. We're planning next year.
Oh, cool. That's exciting. So, because you got your big holiday at the end of the year.
Yeah, we wanted to do one big final overseas trip at the end of the year, and then we thought we can have some kids.
Yeah, sweet. Obviously, I'm probably a front runner for a godparent.
Not going to do godparents.
What a kick in the shins. I mean, you'd think after the whole best man fiasco, you'd at least, give me some dregs of your life.
Well, we're not really religious, so we're not going to do godparents.
No, but, it's more if you were to unfortunately pass away, I would step in as the father figure.
Well, we've got other family, like my mum and dad, or her mum and dad would probably get the first look.
You know what runs thicker than blood?
What?
God. So, just worth thinking. About.
Because kids are going to be inevitable, not too far away now. We've done this for a long time now. I'm sure everyone in a relationship has, whether it's old or new. You talk about baby names.
We got a couple of baby names pretty much locked in, but I wouldn't reveal them because
that's fine.
Wouldn't want anyone to steal them.
That's the thing though. The conversation is always, most people know the names that they're locking in, but no one really talks about the names that they've immediately put a line through.
Yeah, so if your partner's I'm thinking Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that.
So there's a name that we have vetoed immediately when we were talking about this.
Yeah.
The name Cain has got a line through it.
Oh yeah, because the biblical thing of because Cain murdered Abel, or was it Abel that murdered? I don't know.
Again, not religious.
Either way, if you've got two boys,
yep.
You don't want the other one to kill one with a rock.
No.
That's what I sort of, if you had Cain and Abel, it wouldn't be right. Yeah.
So the name Cain, for various reasons, I got a line put through it straight away.
Yeah, is it, did you want to call it Cain because of the WWE wrestler? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either that.
Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
But no, look, see, we all talk about the names that we love and the names that we are going to call our kids. But what about the name that you vetoed immediately? I'd love to know, 13, 24, 10, what baby name did you put a line through straight away and why?
Normally there's a story behind it. You say, there was this kid at school.
Yeah.
He smelled a bit weird.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have a kid called that.
You can let us know, 13, 24, 10. I was looking at the text line, Liam, and I saw Carmen and laughed. That's a good one. But then I realised Carmen's the name of the person that texted in. And Carmen said Karen for obvious reasons.
Oh,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Kirsty, what name got vetoed immediately?
Not immediately. So my maiden name is Lewis, so Lewis, and I wanted that for a boy. And then I worked with a guy named Lewis, spelt the same way, and he used to fart constantly, and he stank. So that name got canned after that.
Oh, that sucks that Stinky Lewis ruined the baby name.
It's such a nice name as well, but you didn't want him to have a stinky bum.
That's such a shame because I liked your last name was Lewis and then it could have been the
sort of
first name. Keeps it in the family.
Yeah, that's great. Lauren, what name did you veto immediately?
Hi, good morning. We vetoed Pepper, so my soon-to-be surname will be Rooney, so Pepperoni was now.
Yeah, Pepperoni.
A little Pepperoni? You'd have a tough time in primary school, I reckon, with the name Pepperoni.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's very good.
Oh, that's my favourite so far. Rhiannon, what name did you veto immediately?
I always wanted a daughter called Ophelia, and then my partner at the time, his last name was Dick. So if you put them together, it really doesn't sound well at school.
Maybe Ophelia Dick and Pepperoni could have been friends at school.
That's great.
Hey, Ben, a few months back, my fiancée Sarah said, gee, we really need to re-silicone the shower. It's looking manky. And I went, yeah, I'll get right onto that. And I had no intention of that.
You wouldn't know where to begin with that.
I was like,
get a caulking gun?
Yeah, I'll sort it. No, so I didn't have a caulking gun.
Yep.
But Sarah was the one who actually took the initiative. She went to Bunnings, she bought a caulking gun, she bought the silicone, and left it in a canvas bag next to the shower. Big hint.
Great.
Big hint.
Yeah.
That was there for a couple of months. Just sort of, I ended up moving it into the bath. It was there for so long.
Yeah.
So she comes up to me over the weekend and goes, I've cut the old silicone out, and now we, meaning me, need to re-silicone before we have another shower so the moisture doesn't get in. So I was like, she's bloody snookered me.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, how long can I go without having a shower at home? But I was like, you know what? No, look, I probably just gotta just do it. Just get the job done. Look, I'm not really good with this sort of stuff. So on my first attempt, the silicone got stuck in the caulking gun, and it ended up like exploding out the back and got all over. Like, I ruined one of my shirts.
Did you cut it open before you did it?
Well, I must admit, I thought if I just did it, the top would pop off. But yeah, okay. So what happened is, I didn't cut the top off because I thought, it would just pop off like toothpaste. And what ended up happening is I was like putting a lot of pressure on it, and then it backfired, and the silicone went all over me, and it's really hard to get off your hands. Like I was scrubbing my hands for literally like half an hour.
Was it
and my
water-based
hands
or oil-based?
Sore. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I didn't buy it in the first place, but either way, it took like so long to get off. And I ended up like breaking the caulking gun because I couldn't get the thing out. So I ended up just like smashing it. So I was like, oh hell, I'll have to go back to Bunnings, buy a new caulking gun, buy more silicone.
Yeah.
So like I finally got back round 2, and then cut the top off this time.
Yep.
I almost cut my finger off in the process, I must admit.
Yep.
Like I literally, the Stanley knife went through and I hit like the top of my finger with the steel of the like the grip of the Stanley knife. I was like, geez, if that was a few centimeters ahead, see you later. But then I proceeded to do, this was yesterday, some of the worst craftsmanship known to man. I'm just handing over a photo now of my silicone around the shower to Ben. We might have to put that up on the Ben and Liam Instagram story.
What is wrong with you? People are going to hate that. Honestly, if you have ever done caulking in your life, or even if you just, what a corner should look like, that's horrible,
Well,
mate.
to be honest, it is pretty hard.
That's horrible.
But honestly, if I could describe it, it looks like a child has wiped their toothpaste along the corners.
It's so
And then the
bad.
other thing is, when I got there, I said, I was pretty proud of myself. I said to Sarah, I was like, what did I think of my silicone job? She was like, you bought the wrong colour. It's actually the wrong,
white.
it's the wrong colour of silicone.
You've got like super dark, I wouldn't even say grey, it's almost like a light black colour tile, and then you've gone for white silicone.
It's honestly heinous.
That's
so bad.
so bad.
Yeah, literally. I'll probably have to cut it all out. And
Did you
do it again.
Did you not wipe your finger over it?
I didn't know you had to do that, I must admit.
Mate, that's really bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad that it's not a clean, like, if you peel that off, it'll take for ages to peel off. So what you do is you either just use your finger, or if you have some, if you get a bit of soapy water or even just regular water and a spray gun, you spray it, and then you run your finger over it because it won't stick to a wet finger, so that way it comes off super clean.
I see. So what I was doing is I was trying to use the gun to smooth it out, and then every time I'd put it on, it would take more out, and I'd have to put more on, and then I ended up with,
you are going to get roasted in the comments. We'll put that photo up on the Ben Liam Instagram, like Liam said. You're going to get destroyed.
Now, our producer Andy has done himself a mischief. He's a little hard of hearing. Andy! Hey, Andy! Andy, come to the mic. Yeah, you, come to the microphone. You are currently deaf in your right ear.
That's right. I've got about 20% hearing in my right ear. It feels like I'm walking around with my head in a fish tank.
Yeah, right.
No good at all.
So, what did you do? What were you doing when you blocked this ear up?
So I bought this gadget on Amazon, right, which is a ear cleaner with a camera. So it's like a little endoscope thing. So
doctors would hate that.
You cover your ears, doctors, or block them like I did. So you get an app on your phone and you have this little wand thing, and you can point the wand and you can see the camera live on your phone.
Which is pretty cool.
What is the point to put the camera in your ear hole so then you can see the wax?
It's got this little hook, and so you put the camera in your ear and you can kind of look, see where it is, and it's
and that way you can push it in far enough so you can see the eardrum. You go, there's the eardrum, don't push it any further.
Correct.
But obviously you've perforated yours, so that's nuts. I feel like, don't they say you shouldn't even really be using earbuds? They say like nothing smaller than the tip of your pinky should be going into your ear. So you definitely shouldn't be buying a little camera from China off of Amazon that you put into your own ear.
I wouldn't be able to help but put that camera in other places, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely,
like the kitchen sink. There'd be so many places I just want to look at.
Yeah. That's not the first thing that came to my mind, but
I wish I did put it in the kitchen sink rather than my ear.
You know what this is? This is grooming gone wrong.
Yeah.
And it happens because sometimes instead of going to a professional, you try and do some things yourself. Maybe you've had a bit of a blunder with the VETO. Maybe you shaved your eyebrows too much. Grooming gone wrong. What have you done? 13 24 10. If you call us, you'll be in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K. That's 3 first-class flights to wherever you want to go in the world and $50,000 spending money.
Sharon joins us now. This was your daughter. Grooming gone wrong. What happened?
My daughter, she was going to do her own eyelashes, which she'd done a million times before, grabbed the glue out the fridge, and a few seconds later realised it was super glue. So they were glued shut.
For how long were they? Hang on, so she glued her eyelids
shut? She glued her eyelids shut?
Yes. So had to go to the hospital, didn't she?
Sharon.
Was it just one eye? Did she do one and realise, or did she do them both?
She did both.
Oh. So what did she do? Was she like, Mum, and then you had to come and help?
Yeah, definitely. Took her to the hospital and they had to use this solution and all of her eyelashes went. So... needless to say, she doesn't do it herself anymore.
Oh, Sharon.
Surely as a mum, you're just sitting there going, yeah, she's not getting a good ATAR, this one.
One more. Samantha, grooming gone wrong. What'd you do?
Mine's rather embarrassing. I made homemade bath crystals one year for my family for Christmas. They were bright green and no one really wanted to use them, but I did, and I burnt my sensitive areas.
From the green crystals.
I clearly made it wrong. Yeah.
We're a little too hard on the bicarb soda.
I'm not quite sure, but I was certainly the joke.
You had to call up Nana frantically going, don't use the crystals, Nana!
Wait!
I'd given it to my 90-year-old Nana, so thank goodness.
No. Samantha, thank you very much.
Hey, Ben, you know that new song from Justin Bieber?
Yeah, the one about peaches.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah. I get my from California.
He's talking about California, Georgia. And you know what? I'm a bit sick of all this American stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit sick of it too.
All this Yankee Doodle Dandy. Hang on. We're living in Australia. I don't know. I've never been to Georgia. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to hear songs about it. What about a song about a good, hearty, trustworthy SA suburb?
Oh, yeah.
You know, just off the top of my dome, like maybe a suburb where you're from, Ben.
Ah, you mean GAWLER?
They breed them different out in GAWLER. A lot of mullets out in GAWLER. Neck warmer. 40 minutes drive up north, yeah. Northern Expressway. One main street in GAWLER. They've got a boost juice now. GAWLER Central. Home ground is the dog track. Crack a tinny while you watch them win. The locals read the Bunyip, baby. That's their local newspaper. I say, oh, Ben went to high school there. He wasn't very cool there.
yeah.
Hey, I was a pretty cool kid.
Name 3 friends.
James, Murray, and Mr. Woodbury.
That is your brother, your dad, and a teacher from the school.
All right, back into the song.
They breed them different out in Gawler. Don't confuse it with Galway.
That's a beach.
Gawler's north and Gawler's south, yeah.
Get it right.
So Gawler's south and Gawler's north, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
They breed them different out in Gawler. There's a solid Ned's in Gawler.
What will you find?
Cash converters in Gawler.
On your jewelry.
They've even got a Subway.
Italian herbs and cheese.
It took us 4 days. It took us 4 days. On the 4th day, we just got lazy and started mentioning shops in Gawler.
The last line we wrote was, they've got a Subway in Gawler, Italian herbs and cheese.
Stewing on it for days, and I feel like 20% of it was almost there. I feel like we should have put it back in the oven, cooked it a little bit like the Italian herbs and cheese bread for just a couple of days, and probably would have been like not a bad little song. 4 days. I was speaking to Mum yesterday, Ben, and she was like, "Oh, the show's been sounding good." I said, "Thanks, Mum." She said, "I love that LMFAO song you're playing." I was like, "What? We don't play LMFAO." Like, no one does, because they haven't released music in like the last decade.
Yeah, I reckon maybe 10 years ago we might have played an LMFAO.
Yeah, but not for a long time. And she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm sure it is. I've seen it on the screen, like on the car on the screen. It's got like L and O, and it goes like, Mum's trying to sing you songs. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
So I've got no idea, but I'm invested now, because I'm really like, what
are you
song,
talking about?
Like, what song is she talking about? So I'm asking questions like, what else can you give me?
Yeah.
Like, can you sing some of the lyrics so we can try and work it out together? And she goes, yeah, it's about Kerry O'Keefe.
Kerry O'Keefe.
On this official supporters tour.
They call him Skullduggery.
Skull, yeah.
I'm telling you right now, LMFAO don't have a song about former Australian cricketer and current Fox Sports commentator Kerry O'Keefe.
Easy.
Liam and I first learned about Kerry O'Keefe a couple of years ago, and since then, like I know him as Skull. If you get a chance, jump on YouTube and just watch Skullduggery highlights.
I rode for Somerset in 71, 72. The River Tone is at one end and there's a cemetery at the other. So when I bowled from either end, it either came back wet or with bones on it.
He loves his own gear, doesn't he? He loves it. Search Kerry O'Keefe Rolling Stone frog joke. It's one of the greatest things on YouTube. But I'm so confused. I'm like, what LMFAO, like Kerry O'Keefe, none of these things are making sense.
Nah, at all.
Yeah, and so I'm like trying to speak Mum. I'm trying to like work out how she's got to this point. So this back and forth goes on, and after about half an hour, we worked out she wasn't talking about LMFAO. She was talking about LATTO. With her song Big Energy. Of course, she famously doesn't sing about Kerry O'Keefe. This is the lyric.
Trying to rock that mic like karaoke.
Karaoke.
It's karaoke, Leanne. Not karaoke!
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.